You probably know Medusa as the snake-haired monster from Greek mythology, whose gaze turned men to stone. She's the ultimate villain in so many stories, the terrifying creature that the hero Perseus had to slay. But what if I told you that the story you know is only half the truth? What if the real monster in this story wasn't Medusa at all? Let's rewind the clock and uncover the tragic story of the woman behind the myth. Before she was a monster, Medusa was a human. Not just any human, but a stunningly beautiful young woman. Her most captivating feature was her hair, long, flowing, and absolutely gorgeous. She was also a devout priestess, dedicated to serving Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, in her temple. Being a priestess of Athena came with a strict rule. She had to remain a virgin, completely devoted to the goddess. Medusa took this vow seriously. She was pure, innocent, and dedicated. People would come to Athena's temple just to catch a glimpse of her beauty, sometimes even suggesting she was more beautiful than the goddess herself. A dangerous comparison in the world of Greek gods. So, what went wrong? How did this beautiful, devout priestess become the monster we all know? This is where the story takes a dark and tragic turn. Her beauty didn't just attract mortals, it caught the eye of Poseidon, the powerful god of the sea. Poseidon was known for being forceful and not taking no for an answer. He desired Medusa, and despite her vows and her devotion to Athena, he pursued her relentlessly. Medusa, terrified, fled from him, seeking refuge in the one place she thought she would be safe, the sacred temple of her patron goddess Athena. But safety was an illusion. Poseidon followed her into the holy sanctuary, and there, on the cold marble floor of Athena's own temple, he assaulted her. It was a brutal act of violence, a complete violation of Medusa, her vows, and the sanctity of the temple itself. Imagine the horror and betrayal Medusa must have felt, attacked in the very place she had dedicated her life to, a place that was supposed to be her sanctuary. You'd expect Athena, the powerful goddess Medusa served, to rush to her defense, to punish Poseidon for his horrific crime. But that's not what happened. Athena did appear, but her anger was not directed at Poseidon. It was directed at Medusa. But why? The reasons are complex and, frankly, unjust. Perhaps Athena was furious that her temple had been defiled. Maybe she was jealous of Medusa's beauty, which had attracted a powerful god's attention. Or maybe, in a twisted display of power dynamics, she couldn't punish a fellow Olympian god as powerful as Poseidon. So she took her rage out on the easiest target, the mortal victim. Whatever the reason, Athena's punishment was swift and cruel. She didn't save Medusa. Instead, she cursed her. Athena transformed Medusa's beautiful hair, the very feature that had attracted Poseidon's unwanted attention, into a writhing mass of venomous snakes. Her face, once admired by all, became so terrifying that anyone who looked directly at her would instantly turn to stone. Medusa, the victim, was punished for being beautiful, for being desired, for being assaulted. She was stripped of her humanity and turned into a weapon, a monster. Athena didn't stop there. She banished Medusa to a remote, desolate island to live out her days in complete isolation. Think about it. Her curse meant she could never look at another living person without killing them. She could never feel a loving gaze, a friendly smile, or a gentle touch. She was utterly alone, feared and hated by the world. The very thing that was meant to protect her, her goddess, had become her tormentor, transforming her into a symbol of terror. This wasn't justice, it was a profound and cruel betrayal. So, Medusa became the monster of legend. Her name became a whisper of fear. But was she truly a monster, or was she a victim forced into a monstrous form? Her ability to turn men to stone wasn't an aggressive power she sought out. It was a defense mechanism born from her curse. It was a tragic, twisted form of protection. After being violated by a powerful male figure, she was given a power that ensured no man could ever harm her again. But it also ensured she could never know human connection again. For years, she lived in solitude on her island. We don't know what her life was like. Was she consumed by rage, by grief, by a desperate loneliness? The myths don't tell us. They only tell us what happens next. The arrival of the hero. Enter Perseus. He was a demigod, the son of Zeus, sent on a quest to bring back the head of Medusa as a trophy for a king. The gods, including Athena herself, armed him for this task. They gave him a mirrored shield, a sword sharp enough to cut through anything, winged sandals to fly, and a helmet of invisibility. Think about that for a second. The same goddess who cursed Medusa was now helping a hero to kill her. Athena, in essence, was cleaning up her own mess, erasing the evidence of her own injustice. Perseus wasn't on a noble mission to save the world from a rampaging beast. Medusa was on a remote island, bothering no one. He was on a trophy hunt. He flew to her island, and while she was asleep, he used the mirrored shield to look at her reflection, avoiding her direct gaze. And then, with the sword given to him by the gods, he sliced off her head. A sleeping, isolated woman was killed in her own home by a man she never even saw. Even in death, Medusa's story isn't over. From her severed neck, two beings sprang forth: Pegasus, the beautiful winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant warrior. These were her children by Poseidon, conceived during the assault in the temple. So, in her final moments, she gave birth. Her death was also an act of creation. It's a powerful, heartbreaking detail that is often left out of the story. Perseus put Medusa's head in a special bag and flew away. But her power was not gone. He used her head as a weapon multiple times on his journey home. He turned his enemies to stone, including the very king who sent him on the quest in the first place. He literally weaponized a victim's trauma to achieve his own goals. Finally, he presented the head to Athena. And what did she do with it? She placed it on her own shield, the Aegis, using Medusa's terrifying face as a symbol of her own power, a tool to petrify her enemies in battle. The ultimate irony, Medusa's suffering became Athena's emblem. So let's re-examine the story. Who is the real monster here? Is it Medusa, the woman who was punished for her own assault and turned into a creature of fear? Is it Poseidon, the powerful god who took what he wanted with violence and faced no consequences? Or is it Athena, the goddess who betrayed her priestess, twisted her into a monster out of jealousy and rage, and then helped a hero kill her, finally mounting her head on a shield as a trophy? When we look at it this way, Medusa's story changes completely. It's not a simple tale of good versus evil, of a hero slaying a monster. It's a story of injustice, of victim blaming, and the abuse of power. Medusa wasn't born a monster. She was made one by the cruel actions of the gods. Her story is a powerful reminder that history is often written by the victors, and the so-called monsters might just be the victims whose stories haven't been properly told. The myth of Medusa has endured for thousands of years, and today she is being reclaimed. She's no longer just a monster. For many, she has become a symbol of female rage against injustice, a symbol of survival, a protective emblem that turns the gaze of evil back on itself. Her story forces us to ask uncomfortable questions about power, justice, and who gets to be called a hero or a monster. The next time you see an image of the snake-haired gorgon, maybe you won't see just a monster. Maybe you'll see a survivor, a victim. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see the tragic hero of her own story. Thank you so much for watching. If this story changed your perspective on Medusa, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden stories of mythology. See you next time.